Hello and welcome, Fish here with another DCS Essentials Guide to the F18. In this one we're going to take off from a hot pit on the Carrier, and we're here on the Abraham Lincoln CVN 75 off the coast of Lebanon in quite windy conditions with some strong headwinds. So there still are a couple of things that need to be done in order to take off, and while you don't need to learn and understand all the start-up procedures, you do have to understand the deck operations. There's also a couple of keys that I would recommend as being essential to map, and they are the trim back button, because we need to do that to set our horizontal stabilizers. The nose wheel steering button we need to use because we need to be able to go into a high rate of turn for deck operations. And one of the comms, the radio comms button, because we need to talk to our ground crew and we need to create the salute action in order to allow them to fire us off the deck. So there's a couple of things I'm going to set up in the pit, and I'll talk you through them as we go. So I'm going to unpause now, and I'm going to put wheel brakes are on because by default our parking brake is not set and our chocks are off. And with the high wind we could actually be blown away on the deck. So first thing I'm going to set here, I'm going to set our radar altimeter to 40, and this will prevent it annoying us while we leave the deck, because we have to maintain an altitude of less than 500, and it also keeps us safe so we don't hit the water. On the left hand side we're going to move our pilot for a second, and we're going to press the reset button on the FLCS, and we need to do this because it's, for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to be set properly, and it wouldn't allow us to change our horizontal stabilizer settings if we don't reset it. Looking down at the gear panel, just to check it through things here, we have the launch bar is retracted, the taxi lights are off, the hook bypasses in Carrier, the anti-skid is off, and the flaps at the moment they're auto, and we need to put these into medium. So this is a requirement in order to be able to change our horizontal stabilizer settings. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to hit the trims back, and you see it's at 12 by default. And I've changed it to 14. That's a minimum of 14. 14 is okay for an air-to-air loadout that we've got today and the strong headwinds that we're flying into. On a heavier loadout you may set it to higher than that, 16, maybe a more valid value. I'm going to set our TACAN and our radio for the deck, and we can call this up from our kneeboard 127.5 and 75 X-ray. So I'm going to do this using the TACAN button. Press it to on and 75 to enter, and enter that. And now I'm going to make the TACAN the current steer point, and we can see now we've got information as to the DME for the Carrier, and we've got to use this to climb away at less than 500 for 7 miles from the Carrier before we continue operations. While I'm here, I'm going to press the nose wheel steering button and bring our nose wheel steering to high gain, allow us to maneuver on the deck. And lastly, I'm going to set radio 2 to 127.50 and enter, and now we're good to go. So you can see there's an aircraft waiting to get past us to move on to the forward cats, and I'm going to move out of his way, and I'm going to head towards one of the aft cats here. The two forward cats are numbered 1 and 2 from the starboard side, and the two rear catapults are 3 and 4 on the port side. And you can see we have an aircraft lining up on cat number 3, and we're going to line up on cat number 4. Now we need to get a wide angle here to get round. And I'm going to start lining up now. So we can see our flight director there in front of us, and he's putting his hands out to tell us to drop our wings, which we're doing. And now he's telling us to continue left a little bit, so I'm going to do this very, very slowly. It's important to note that when you're trying to line up with the track there, make sure you ignore the hood and look down along the nose of the aircraft to do the line up. It helps greatly. And in this mode, once our wings are down, I have to hold in the nose wheel steering button to give us a high rate of turn. And he's telling us now to straighten up and come to him, move left a bit, straighten up, continue, 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 stop. Okay, so I've stopped now, and finger's gone onto my button box where I've got the launch bar mapped. You can drop it and raise it from the pit here. So he's asking us to drop that bar, and I've dropped it. We can see it's down and indication on the hood there. And a slight movement of the aircraft as we're moved into position, and now he's giving us more instruction to move forward. So gently move forward, 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 and we've hit the bump stop, so I'm going to push over the bump stop with a bit more throttle, and now stop, brakes are off, throttle to idle, and we should be ready to put up the launch bar, and he's given us the instruction to put it up. It's put up there now. Going to bring up our radio menu here. I'm going to select the ground crew, and now I'm going to swipe the controls, ready to launch. And now throttle to full burn, wait until our engine's stabilized. Good engine, salute. Hands off the stick, and away we go. We're going to offset 30 degrees to the left, flight path marker above the horizon. Gear up, flaps up, and we're stable at 180 feet. So we need to be offsetting by 30 degrees to the left if we're on the port cats, or 30 degrees to the right if we're on the starboard catapults. So that's pretty much it for takeoff. We can see our DME is going up, and we need to be traveling out for 7 miles, and then we can continue operations. So I hope you found this video useful and interesting, and feel free to like, dislike, comment and subscribe. And until the next time, this is Fish Out, and thank you for watching.